Hey there guys, Snoopson here and welcome to another episode of State of the Game. This week we're going to be discussing the balance pass post on the forums. We're going to be discussing the zombie event that just took place, and I just wanted to address some concerns with a few of my videos. So, into the first part we go. So Joshua, developer at SOE, has posted a post, balance pass post 1, vehicle weapons and the Harasser. Now, there's a few interesting things in the post. I'm going to give my thoughts on them and such, and I welcome you guys to give me your thoughts back as well in the comment section. First thing is secondary weapon damage adjustments. Anti-vehicle secondary weapons will remain the same against vehicles, but we'll see a slight drop in damage against infantry. This corrects the cases where certain anti-vehicle weapons are outperforming anti-infantry weapons at the latter's intended role. I can't say I've really had any issues with this. The NC anti-infantry gun, the shotgun thing's just flat out shit anyway. Now the PPAs, I think the PPA is perfectly serviceable for the Vanu. Over the TR you've got Marauder. That comes into a playstyle issue with the tank. I mean, you're not going to run Marauder if you're going to run Anchor mode and sit back and shell things, are you? Anti-personnel weapons will receive a damage increase at very close range against infantry and light armour, in brackets Harasser. This gives coordinated tank drivers and gunners the tools to deal with approaching harassers and infantry with C4. The key word here is coordinated. We're not giving tanks a free pass, just better tools and options. I kind of like that. It means that it's a bit easier to kill that light assault that's come close to you. It's also good for those last ditch fights against harassers. I feel that harassers have needed a nerf for a long time. I've always felt they were too strong. There's no reason to take any other vehicle other than a harasser in a fight like a stalemate fight, two battle lines are drawn and that sort of stuff. Tanks, apart from the Prowler, they're kind of redundant in their role. So I've got some more information on the damage drop off that they're talking about, the fall off. Vehicle damage fall off will not be extreme. We won't be changing any weapon rolls, just getting them closer to where they should be. For example, the G30 Vulcan will perform better at close to medium AV combat when compared to the Halberd. The Halberd will be able to reach out and perform better at long ranges. Players can equip either to match where they're fighting or how they like to fight. Now again, on the Harasser, I don't know why you'd ever take the Halberd over the Vulcan, just because of the strength of the Vulcan. But it'd be nice. It's nice that they're going to make it fit into where it's supposed to be, as opposed to a Harasser driving along perpendicular to you, peppering you with shots at more than medium range, I would say. It's nice to see the Harasser weapons getting changed around a bit. And there's another paragraph that says, the bigger change here is that the range of Harasser weapons is being reduced in comparison to the other ground vehicle secondary weapons. This means that the Harasser will have to put itself at more risk in order to output its full damage, which better fits its hit and run style. On the other side, the larger optimal range with the main battle tank and secondary guns will overlap with the Harasser's sweet spot, allowing these gunners to better protect their vehicles. Now that's cool, it's a cool idea. On to the next part is the proxy radar change. Proximity radar is being moved to the defense slot. Proximity radar is intended to be the defensive warning against approaching infantry with C4. It's become obvious that the other options are vastly preferred in the utility slot. We feel that moving it to the defense slot makes more sense for the cert line, and that this move gives players clearer defensive options to choose from. Now, I don't agree with that. Playing TR VS, I really do not agree with that. For example, the Prowler, moving Proxy to defense slot, removes the ability to have Nanite auto repair, whereas before, in the utility slot, if you wanted to bombard, then you had to sacrifice radar to have anchor mode. So that was a choice you had to make. That was good having to make that choice, because if you wanted to play safer, you picked the Proxy radar. If you wanted to flat out farm everything that you saw, you picked anchor mode. Now you're being made to choose between auto repair and proxy radar for ground vehicles, this is. And, for prowlers, for vanguards and magraders. And if I'm honest with you, I think that's a really bad move. I wouldn't want to run anything other than auto repair, if I'm honest. I have a friend in my outfit, Scott's Kickass his name is, and he runs a proxy radar setup on his Prowler, and he does really well with it. But he's not actually going to be able to do that. He's still going to be able to do it, but he's going to be lacking the auto repair. And auto repair is really, really helpful. It limits your downtime. And also on the Lightning, it's the same thing. You're going to be losing that auto repair. And in tech plants and amp stations with your heat lightning or your HE lightning, where they really shine, proxy, having your proxy radar in the same slot as your auto repair, I don't get it. I really don't get the thing. I mean, you're not going to use IR, smoke or fire suppression when you're trying to fight infantry at close range. You need that proxy radar, but you also need that auto repair because it's quite hostile, difficult to get out your lightning and repair. On to the next part of the post. Now, the next part is General Vehicle Weapons Balance Pass. In addition to everything listed above, we're taking a pass at all vehicle weapons in order to even out the performance and the various trade-offs between the different faction weapons. Harasser changes. Harassers currently have too much freedom in infantry areas because their high speed and acceleration allows them to recover and repair quickly. We're going to increase C4 and tank mine damage against this vehicle so that infantry can punish Harasser drivers who get too careless. In my opinion, that's a change that we've been waiting for far too long. Harassers right now, unless you're not TR, have been running around regardless, smashing everything, and I get a bit sick of it. Harasser's composite armor's max resistance is being reduced, not by much, just enough so that it will not out tank a tank. The C4 resistance buff on the Harasser composite armor is also being removed. Also, fantastic changes. This might actually bring the Harasser in line with other vehicles. Might not make it such a powerhouse and a better choice than the main battle tank 90% of the time, so pretty happy about that. There are going to be more balanced posts coming, which means more episodes of State of the Game, and some of the things they're talking about in these posts will be nanoweave and related features like sniper rifles, which will be cool. Hopefully they make sniper rifles one hit kill every time in the head, which is how it should be really. Rocket launchers, UBGLs, and engineer turrets. Now that's another thing that I've been moaning about for a while. Rocket launchers, not so much unless they're talking about lock-ons. Under-barrel grenade launchers now. I've just released a video running an under-barrel grenade launcher and it's getting quite a bit of flack. But they put that in the game. I'm not going to not use that because people frown upon it in the community. I don't really care what people think in terms of what I actually do in the game. I do what I find fun, and if people don't like that, then they don't have to watch my videos. And as for engineer turrets, they need to nerf that AV into the ground. Well, not into the ground, but they need to make it have like a maximum range, I think. Or like some sort of finite resource, meaning that you can't just chain pull them. And basically, a group of organised guys with those can decimate enemy tanks, and the enemy tanks don't even know what's going on half the time. Max anti-vehicle and ability adjustments. Now I know the anti-vehicle stuff is getting nerfed, fractures, comets and falcons against infantry. The vortexes for the VS max are being buffed against infantry. And ability adjustments. Now this is an interesting one because there's either two things going to happen. They're either going to bring Lockdown and Aegis Shield in line with Zoe, or they're going to nerf Zoe into the ground. Now, from past experience, I'd probably say that Zoe's going to get nerfed. The community's been calling for it a lot. I think there's a lot of debate with Zoe, but I personally don't think Zoe's overpowered. I think that Zoe is imbalanced, yes. It's far too effective in the skilled player's hands, but it doesn't make someone who's, just started their max, it doesn't make them into a god. It's very easy to make mistakes in Zoe maxes. It's very easy to kill them if you're organised. And players who are not organised trying to fight maxes should be punished for not being organised. But that's the sum up on the Balance Pass post. Now, just want to talk a little bit about the zombie event that was on Miller, Nanite of the Living Dead. I've actually got a video of that out. You'll see that in my little splash screen at the end. And it was great fun. It was really good fun. It was great to see so many people enjoying themselves. There are a few people that tried ruining it for the others just to get certs and stuff. That's just the way it is. So yeah, big thank you to the guys that organised that. It was really, really good fun. And, you know, community-led events like that, they really make the difference in Planetside. It's what makes the community what it is. So pat yourselves all on the back because you did a really good job. And just addressing some concerns with videos, people seem to like to flame about my Zoe Max video or my underbarrel grenade launcher video, but that's something I consider fun. I consider making videos fun, and I'm not going to stop making those sorts of videos because I enjoy making them. And you know, certain people like them and certain people don't, and I understand that, and people are entitled to their opinions. And that's all I'm really going to say on that. So thanks for watching State of the Game. Snoopston out.